Oh putain. Oh la saloperie.
The Lord Dread, or what's left of it.
Ok. Le Kraken. Ah oui, oh là. Oh là. 3000 d'armure, 2300 de magie. 6166 de points de vie. D'accord, très bien. Alors, je suis pas très sûr que ce soit quelque chose à aller bastonner, ça. Je sais pas pour vous, mais je suis pas très sûr pour ma part. Ouais. Oh la saloperie. Tentacule des abysses, ok. Oui. Et on va y foutre un truc de base. Ok. Ok, il a l'air immunisé contre le poison, très bien. Laisse aimer. Ça passe. On commence à lui taper dessus avec le reste. Hein. Allez, tout le monde un peu de courage. Ça permet de redonner un peu de points de vie, c'est pas plus mal. Un assaut, ça peut être assez claqué. Hein. J'ai quand même gagné. Oh putain, ce que je leur ai foutu dans la gueule. Pouah. Putain de merde. Et n'empêche que ce truc là, il est vraiment overkill. Ce truc là, il est vraiment fumé.
The figurehead takes the form of a sea dragon. At sea it danced on the waves. Now it seems to bow down, as if resigned to its own fiery death. The wood seems almost alive, not carved by a blade, but formed. The ship groans and trembles as the sea dragon wakes.
Salut.
No more shall I dance on the ocean. The end is almost here.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
I carried the old ones. Vriedman, older than I, and Dallas, older than even the sea. I carried their army, soldiers with no souls. And the void followed them here, our last port of call. No longer shall I dance on the ocean. The end is almost here. Once I was young, I danced on the ocean year upon year. As I aged, my timbers were replaced, one by one, over and over. I am old now, but they are older.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce bordel?
They disembarked in the night when we first arrived. When the monster attacked, they were long gone. With the old ones, I danced on the ocean. Friedman made me strong, but his magic was dark. His magic was old. My strength ebbs away. My heart sinks. The end is almost here. Soon I shall reach the seabed. No more shall I dance on the ocean. The end is almost here.
Okay.
You're safe! Praise
I
our
thought we were...
It all happened so fast. The what?
That must have been the sound we heard. And what caused the surge of water.
So much for rowing out of here. Now there's nowhere to go but back to the city. We were gonna leave Arx, but after this, looks like we're better off staying. Inside those walls is as safe as it's gonna get for us, it seems.
If you can salvage anything from our luggage, please help yourself. We need to hurry back to the city. We don't have time to dredge it out of the water. Here's the key.
It's the least we could do. We'll never be able to repay you for what you've done. Farewell. Take care of yourself.
Ok.
I'd better thaw this place, or get out while I still can.
The girl's spine suddenly arches back at an unnatural angle. The squeal of distress morphs into a deep, throaty chuckle.
Ah.
She straightens and looks at you. Her eyes are black.
She is ours. You will not speak to her. You cannot help her.
The girl squeezes her eyes shut and bows her head. Her own voice emerges, quavering with stress.
I can't do it. I can feel the sunlight and air and
The laugh rises once more, and the girl lifts her head. Her gleeful eyes remain pitch black.
Fool! She is ours. Any strength is ours.
Her eyes clear for just a moment, showing a brief glimpse of the child within. Then the blackness fills them once again, and the demon hisses at you.
You give her hope. Good. It will make her spirit all the more delicious for us when she breaks. The child's purity cannot protect her forever. She cannot resist us. She is nothing. She doesn't even have a name. Fool, you're wasting your time.
A flicker of recognition crosses the girl's face before the demon regains control.
She whimpers for the creature. You twist the knife in well. Her name is Lost. Nothing. Soon she will be nothing.
The girl grimaces in concentration. Her fingers spasm. For just a moment, she extends all digits on one hand and two more on the other hand.
Ok, Satan.
She has nobody, only us.
A harsh, rattling laugh.
You put too much faith in the girl's spirit. She cannot resist us. pathetic. Truly pathetic. Perhaps her true name would have helped. Perhaps not. Now get away from us. Your efforts grow tiresome. You must seek to torment her too. Every time you draw near, she screams and pleads. The terror of the pure is...
The girl's black eyes follow your gaze. Her lips curl into a fiendish grin.
We killed them with her little hands. We made her watch. We made her feel. Run then! If you could only hear the music of her screams.
Ok, le 3 marche pas.
The girls...
She is ours.
The girls... The laugh...
Fool! She is ours.
The girl grimaces and thrashes her head about.
You give her hope. Good. It will make her spirit all the more you. You are old and tainted. There is no sport for us in corrupting you. The girl is pure. She is...
Ah, putain, c'est pas
The
trop
black
tôt.
eyes churn with intrigue, then flash hungrily.
You will do. Enjoy this last moment before we take you. And break you.
Un coup de schlass. Voilà. Ça va, gamine?
I'm me again.
Eh ouais, c'est à nouveau toi. Tiens, je te file un peu de thune contre ça.
Her voice shrinks to an awed, overcome whisper.
Thank you.
She averts her gaze from yours. Her lower lip trembles as she speaks.
Comment ça va?
The monster. It made me do things. Horrible things.
T'inquiète.
She takes a deep breath, then raises her head and meets your gaze. Her stare is resolute, aged far beyond her years.
It showed me how bad things can get. But I'm still here, and it isn't. I...
Words fail her. So instead, she throws her arms around you in a big hug.
Trop
She
mignon.
isn't the slightest bit concerned by your skeletal form.
I don't know. Maybe my family's still out there somewhere. Or maybe I'm alone. Maybe that's a good thing. I've had to share my head for so long. It'll be good to be alone for a while.
She falls into a contemplative silence for a moment, then perks up once again.
Hey, do you know the magic-y stuff everyone's so scared of?
Mhm.
Source. I can use Source. It helped me to keep the monster from winning entirely. I don't need it anymore. I want you to have it.
T'inquiète pas.
I'm going to go and find my cat now. He must be lonely without me. Bye. I won't forget you.
Ah, c'est gentil ça. Et on va handicapant, comme ça on est sûr. Voilà. qui commence par ne pas aller dans les emmerdes. Oh, putain, mais quel abruti. Et par là.
You! I read about someone matching your description in the latest dispatch. And now there'll be another tale about you for our war owls to whistle across the four corners of Riverlon. You saved my best paladins by the skin of their teeth. The lads are brave, but they're no match for Voidwoken, especially right off the back of chasing down Magisters. I tell you, they'll be chanting your name in the mess hall tonight. Could be worse. At least Arx is now under the control of Lord Kem. After your communique, he instigated investigations into every Magister in the city. We're sure it's the collusion between the Magisters and the Black Ring that drew the Voidwoken here. To think they blamed all sorcerers. The only question remaining is why? Why?
Bah, pour détourner le regard.
The Magisters have a lot to answer for. Those left alive, that is. Sometimes good people do bad things, and there are consequences to every action.
She eyes you curiously, eyes narrowing in her hard face.
Oh.
Are you serious? You won't find the leader of the Magisters walking in the open in Arx. This is Paladin territory now. But check in with Lord Kem. He's conducting an investigation of all the Magisters in the barracks. He might know something about her whereabouts. Take care. I doubt this is quite the city you were expecting to find.
Tu m'étonnes. Ouf. Oh la flamberge de titan. Hache infâme à une main.
March on the blacks and reds, hurrah, hurrah. House the traitors from their beds, hurrah, hurrah.
Salut.
Great to have your skills on board back there. You're a handy friend, huh?
Ça c'est un de ceux que j'ai sauvé. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
We were chasing off Magisters, then Voidwoken, then Magisters, then... Look, it's been a long one. Maybe I'll just enjoy my drink, if you don't mind. Captain Oro will be more useful to you than me.
Permutation du vide. Très bien.
Paladins march on the blacks and reds, hurrah, hurrah. House the traitors from their beds, hurrah, hurrah. With Lucian's blade we shall prevail.
I salute you, Monster Slayer. That a hero like you would arrive on Lucian's Day, well, it gives me hope. On Lucian's Day? You'd better believe it.
Bah, je sais pas,
City's
je
a bit of
demande.
a mess, it's fair to say, but the worst has passed. We'll have the place cleaned up in no time. Between the Voidwoken and the arrest of the Magisters, we've seen more than a few casualties, but the city herself is intact. We'll mourn our dead and rebuild. Arx persists.
She looks at you derisively and spits on the ground, close enough to your boot to make her point.
If she is, Lord Kem will want to know. Kem commands the city now. Seems the Magisters have been dicing with dark magic. You'd have them to thank if there were any left. Many fled. Those who didn't died or ended up in a cell. Well, we're glad you were here.
La timbale et la
Stay
pelle.
safe.
Ouais.
You killed the Voidwoken. This city needs more like you.
Not to Lucian, at least not to us.
Look, about the Divinity we've chased halfway across the goddamn world.
Ouais, bah, on a intérêt à la mériter.
Entrusted to one person. I don't think it's a force for good.
Peut-être.
The gods themselves were corrupt, and even Lucian could fare no better than them. Not to mention his son, Alexander, who the world's better off without. Even if you thought him worth sparing. Driven by fear, he took his father's power and used it to turn innocent sorcerers to silent monks in Fort Joy. And now here we are, like moths to a flame, not understanding that the fire will consume us. You know, when our journey started, I was a man without a purpose. I lost it in the death fog. But now, after everything we've been through together, I see what needs to be done. I say we end Divinity. I say we extinguish the flame and forget about a new divine ascending. No one Rivellon has suffered enough. Let's share the power with everyone. And then, let's all fight the void together. If the divine can take power, the divine must also be able to give power away. I don't know quite how just yet, but then, I'm not the divine. Yet. So what'll it be? Are you with me? Well, there's still time. But don't wait too long. Time has a habit of running out.
C'est très vrai.
Hold here, Quercus. I need a moment with our friend. Shield, we are about to enter the belly of the beast. To cross a threshold past which there may be no hope of return.
Approche.
There's every chance the servants of the great acorn will skin you alive, frying your bones and boiling your eyes. You could suffer most terrible. I am getting to the point, Quercus. The point is, the path ahead is dangerous.
C'est lui qui va devenir votre bouclier pour changer.
I have watched you defeat monsters, villains, and a surprising number of inanimate objects. But your greatest challenge yet lies before you. I do not know what lies ahead, but the great acorn is almost here. I can feel it in my fur. The forces of evil will throw everything they have against us, but I need more time to finish my research. You have been a good shield, and an excellent friend. Quercus and I both believe you can buy us the time we need. I know you. The world might be filled with murderous giants, but at least some of them are worth saving. Now, it will take more than Quercus's ferocity and my wit if you're going to survive. You need power, and I think I have just the thing. After our last little escapade with your Void Woken, I examined the corpses you left behind. They were imbued with dark power. But I believe
Oula.
Sorry, Quercus believes, and I concur, that this magic can be used for light as well as darkness. Here, try this.
The squirrel lays his hand on you, and a strange feeling ripples through your body. A sense of power.
Ah, putain.
Your mind opens to the possibilities of new magic.
Now, how do you think it feels, Quercus? The spell is a little unusual, I admit. It harnesses the power of those that you've slain and lets you use it against those you've yet to kill.
Ouh là là. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
I thought it was a beautiful little piece of irony, but it is somewhat grim. I'll grant you that. But if you need proof that grim arts can lead to marvelous things, you need only look at Quercus. Now you have all the power you need. You were a wonderful shield as we fled, but we are not running anymore. Now you must become the axe.
Très bien.
Go, my friend, and lay waste to the forces of the acorn.
Alors je préférais qu'il me file une putain de hache, effectivement, mais...
I'm just the one that hammers and such. You want the wares, you speak to my wife Fiona over there.
Ok, ils sont... Les deux ensemble.
You, eyes over here, yeah? I know she's pretty, but my wife's here to work, not to go. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Several ships missing.
Ah, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Et la queue de pelle, ok. Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive, petite?
Suspect in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood.
Ah bon?
Hear ye, Majesty's routed. Lord Kem's paladins back in charge. Hear ye, void woken attacks increase. Citizens warned to be alert. Hear ye, Kraken sighted at sea. Several ships missing. Hear ye, Majesty's colluded with Black Ring. Paladins, hear ye, Queen Justinia confronts rebel factions. Dwarven Royal stands tall. Hear ye, Paladins promise the Good Counsel School will reopen soon. People respond, no hurry. Hear ye, strange kids, town crier unhappy.
Mais...
She sticks her tongue out at you, then gets back to work.
Petit con.
Hear ye, trouble brewing in the ancient empire. Dallas strengthens border defenses.
Ah, oula.
Hear ye, Lucian's day arrives. Hopeful pilgrims take the path of blood. Not if you're without sin, it isn't. Hear ye,
De te péter la voix.
interrupted by void woken. Brave dwarves party on. Hear ye, Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date. Hear ye, that's all the news that's fit to shout.
Ok. Du coup, il se tait.
In Arcs for Lucian's Day, are ya? Watch out for pickpockets.
Ok.
Paladins would do to us if they urge you.
C'est un habitant. Ok. Dame Augusta, elle est un peu
A well-dressed dwarf woman lies on the cobbles, giggling drunkenly to herself.
I wish I was bloody homeless. Then I'd be home already. No, I was at a wedding. Beggars kicked me out. Said I was causing a scene. The usual fuss. The groom's a local alchemist, marrying the daughter of some big shot merchant. Invitation only, I'm afraid. They'd hardly kick out their own flesh and blood, would they? I barely know any of them. Friends of business acquaintances. Eh? No. Why would I do that? I can already feel a bloody headache coming along, and your yapping isn't helping it. Go on, push off.
Ok. Bonjour.
Move along there.
The gate guard stands to attention with the professionalism her royal uniform would demand. But when she speaks, her voice quivers. Something has left her badly shaken.
Move along, and nothing to see here. You really don't want to know. If you got business here, go to the main entrance around the corner. Otherwise, do us both a service and clear off.
Piégé. Oh, porte un nom en plus.
Clear off. Need to keep the way clear. Ain't no getaway happening here. And if there is, I ain't involved. Get it? Ain't no one going nowhere, far as you're concerned. Now good. Now clear.
Oh, il y a une vendeuse de fromage. Bonjour.
Well, hello, handsome. Care to hear about the power of cheese? I've got wheels and rounds and blocks and rolls and possibly more. But my wares are nuanced, with undertones of
Elle sait me parler, elle.
She looks you up and down, then...
What's on my mind? Why, texture, maturity, taste. But most of all, I'm wondering what tickles your fancy. Looking at you, I think it may be power. Am I right? So I have not misjudged you. Now, we've established how you feel about power. How do you feel about law? Specifically laws relating to property and the acquisition of goods. Look, I'm just trying to sell cheese here. I don't want trouble. So buy what you want and move on.
Shit.
The pleasure is mine.
Business doesn't stop for long round here.
Avec un fromage dans chaque main, tout est possible. Je dis oui. En revanche, je pensais qu'elle aurait autre chose que juste ça, quoi. C'est lui hein, qui a les bonus de l'allocation. Éloquence.
Well, hello, handsome.
She looks you up and down.
What's on my... Am I right? So I have not misjudged you. Now, we've established how you feel about power. How do you feel about law? Specifically laws relating to property and the acquisition of goods. Look, I'm just trying to sell cheese here. I don't want trouble. So buy what you want and move
voir
on.
les autres. Fais-moi pas chier. On peut fouiller certains trucs, mais pas le tas de bois.
This
Bonjour.
place is already overrun with addicts and orphans, and now I've got to deal with what?
The woman shakes her head and sighs.
I should stop caring so much, but the kids shouldn't suffer. They don't deserve this void-infested hellhole we're handing to them.
C'est quoi cet endroit? Bah, ça a l'air d'être un espèce d'orphelinat,
What
un
is
truc
it?
du genre.
Or what was it? Two different things, you know. Used to be a school. My husband Griff and I, we taught the local kids what we could. History, politics, writing, reading, a little cooking, a little alchemy. The parents paid what they could. It was enough. Then the Voidwoken came, and the Magisters took Griff away to Fort Joy. Said he was luring the monsters in, like my sweet Griff would ever do such a thing.
Attends, Griff, le mec qui faisait du trafic de drogue à Fort-Joie, hein, donc. Ok.
Now it's this. I'm stuck scrubbing Lady Kem's filthy floors in exchange for coin most days. And I don't have the energy to shoo away the junkies that wander in. I spent enough time doing the work. I'm not going to waste any more talking about it. You know him? Was he holding up okay? Dead.
She holds her hand to her face and turns her back to you. You cannot see her tears, but you don't doubt that several now roll down her cheeks.
I think that's enough talk for now.
Désolé, hein.
This place is already overrun.
The woman shakes.
I should stop caring. What is it? Used to be then the now it's this. I spent enough time doing the work. I'm not gonna. I've tried chewing them off, but to no avail. If the squatters were gone, I could start fresh. Scour the place down, get the school going again. Get out from under Lady Kem's posh thumb. Well, I wouldn't refuse your help. If Griff can't be here, maybe you're the next best thing.
Beryl hums a few random notes, just a few. But in those notes, you discern a crumb of hope.
So, how's the eviction going?
Merde, ok. Moi, j'aurais bien voulu savoir ce que...
School's out, I dare say.
Salut!
Look over there. Shiny light. Do you see them? The mist steps. Each one is an echo of Lucian's dreams. Pray be his. They lead through the silk.
She bows towards nothing in particular and fingers the collar of her
Elle est là, un
priestly
peu
garment,
ravagée.
then looks at you with dark, sunken eyes.
I am blessed, Shadow Vale, by Druidine and Divinity. I glide on Lucian's breath and feed on his sighs and smiles. For him I would walk the path of blood. He needs only sin.
Ok, ils ont l'air complètement ravagés.
I'm not like the cat lord, or Hulu. He slinks around and under and over and inside. He would skim the path and miss the blood.
The priest raises her head and screams to the ceiling.
Lucian, my wings are ready. I will flap and flit-flop when your words
Je flip-flapperai.
Wow. I hear he avoids Lucian's tough maker, the path of blood. He is a defiler of Lucian's will, Shine Beast. The crypt waits for a bypass the blood, and Lucian brings the rumble. Sky quakes across.
The priest waves her arms through the air, drawing your attention to the... She traces a circle on the floor with her left foot, then shakes her head. You're stymied by the foot gesture, but the head shake is more than clear.
I stay. Lucian is just above, on the sun bridges. I commune with him.
She bobs her head back and forth to an...
D'accord. Trina, pauvre gamine.
I'm telling you, they're just jealous. They shouldn't be complaining, they should be celebrating. A thief that can steal from the Thieves' Guild. I should be their queen. You got a brain, yeah? You understand words? It's a group of kids that steal stuff. It ain't all that complicated. At least, not for smart people.
March for Lucian, flicker imps. He will guide.
Kick me out, though. All because I took some stupid plate from the stash. I was just trying to show him I could, I swear. Look, they may not want me around anymore, but I'm no snitch.
Follow not the cat man. His words are hot and black.
Really? Didn't even sound like you'd ever heard of the guild a minute ago. I might be a kid, but I'm no dummy.
Yes.
Besides, Wouldn't expect you to understand. I got...
She fidgets and fusses, blinks at...
The clock ticks to our
Her sister goes on and on. I can't say I hear the mouth words. It's mostly drops of purple and tree song.
Qui sont complètement défoncés. Fermez la porte.
Follow not the cat man. His words are hot and black. He shivers around the blood path. He will guide you.
Voilà. Effectivement, ça finit par marcher.
Beryl sniffs and rubs her red eyes.
I'm not really looking for a chat, if you get my meaning.
You used violence. You spilled blood. How could you? This school is my life and Griff's legacy. And you desecrated it.
She nudges you away with the back of her hand. The time for talk is clearly over.
De rien, connasse. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Fascinating. Learning continues apace.
Putain, j'ai essayé tous les trucs, ça marchait pas. Ah, vraiment, tant pis. Hein.
This place had it coming. They brought the void upon themselves.
Allons-y. Oh, une source. Oh, des anéants. Très bien. On va pouvoir monter ça. On va aller slurper. Ta source.
A curious-looking puppet stands motionless nearby. You can feel a measure of source inside the puppet, coiling around its mechanisms. You suddenly realize it's looking up at you with an expression of alarm.
Please, leave me. I mean no harm. Not anymore. They gave me too much life. More than the others. They did not see that we were in a bad place. But I did. So I fled. There are many others. They are less like me. They bear less life. They are content to kill any who enter the bad place. Our room of death. To prevent others from reaching one who is already dead. There are other rooms all to protect the corpse. And above, a great hall of weepers and chanters. You call it source. They put it in me so I could watch. So I could kill. But they put in too much. I feel too much. I do not want to kill. There are many levers. Most spell death. But a select few spell power. Seek power to seek freedom. This is what our design dictates.
Master engraved it upon us at birth. Hiding location compromised. Seeking new refuge opportunities.
Oh putain. Okay. Tiens, je remarque ça. Chemise tachée. Ifan, il va tellement récupérer toutes les merdes. Pour enfants, on va dégueulasses à l'eau forte sur la page de garde. On sent le fromage.
Good Counsel School, temporarily closed.
They say the divine withers our lands to save Rivellon. I see he is successful.
Ah, voyons voir là-dedans. Bonjour, bonjour. Sanguignatel. Oh là.
The proprietress gives you a sweet smile.
You look like someone who's ready for business. You look like someone with an eye for the main chance. I knew it the moment you walked in here. Here comes an enterprising fella, I said to myself. Here comes a man who could take a sum of gold and turn a tidy profit. I can see it in your eyes.
J'ai un demi-million.
Whatever you're up to in the fine upstanding city of Arx, jewel of Lucian's blessed domain, I'd like to back you, financially speaking. But be warned, I demand security. You must make a deposit. And I always recover a debt. You understand, I'm sure. Will there be anything else? I bid you good day.
She smiles her sweet smile, dips her head in farewell, and turns away.
Trade or credit? That's right. Trade or credit.
Salut.
Weirdos in the cellar chase me away. You believe that? I don't. And I tried my best purring and my best meowing. I even did the slink thing against their legs. No luck.
Dave, aha! Démoniaque. Intéressant. On va faire une nouvelle sauvegarde. Je vais juste voir ce que ça fait en fait quand on lui demande un emprunt. très curieux de voir ce que ça fait.
The proprietress gives you the same...
Are you looking for someone too? Will there be anything else? I knew it. Whatever you... And you understand? How much do you need? I see. For that kind of money, my enterprising friend, I'll need to hear something of your business plan. Just the basic idea. Dispense with the details. Go on. Convince me. I'm sorry, I remain unconvinced. A smaller sum, that I can do. But a loan of this scale is too big a risk. For me, a fair sum. But we have a deal. Here are the terms. I lend you the gold, and you leave me a part of yourself. The contract is, as the sign says, bonded by blood. The debt is repaid at 50%, or you die. Of course, in your case, the terms are slightly different. No blood and all, but your marrow will do. That's the original stake plus 1/2 repaid on demand, or you die. And
She smiles. She knows you believe her, or at least that you should.
Are you sure? How much do you need? Are you sure? How much do you need? Are you sure? I bid you good day.
She smiles. Her...
Ok. Salope. À la garce. Et on y va. Bonjour.
Oh, wonderful smell on this volume. The musty aroma of knowledge.
Cranley Hubert. Ah putain, c'est lui.
I am Cranley Hubert. I assume no further introduction is required.
Jamais entendu parler de lui. Lol. Marcus Rex. Putain, tous les avoir. Ok.
Oh, come now. Surely you've heard of my writing, or my work with the Historical Guild of Arcs? No? Ha! Ask me a real question, why don't you? The answer is Hubert Oak, of course, my near namesake. A question for you. In what year did Lucian the Divine depart from us?
Alors là, j'en sais rien. Attends. Je vais essayer de le baiser. Je vais essayer de le baiser. Hop. Et de choper les infos. Putain, du coup j'ai mal à mon bras en fait quand je m'appuie. Divinity. Hop. Ok. Ok, le questionnaire. Alors, 1233, Tenax, Cassandra. Alors, la maison des rêves, Cassandra, Tenax et 1233. Ok. 1233.
Ah, correct. Perhaps I'm still being too easy on you. Any drunk on the street could have gotten that right. Time for a real challenge. Name the first king of the dwarves. Clearly you have had some modicum of education in your time. One final question. Answer this correctly, and you can consider yourself a scholar on par with yours truly. Fail, and I shall have to show you my door. The Sorcerer King from times of yore, Brachus Rex, had a twin What was her name? Well. I must confess, your knowledge is impressive. Please, allow me to invite you to join me in my private chambers for further intellectual discourse. Excellent. Please, come along.
Okay.
Quite simple, once you know the trick. You place a book onto the pile, and a hatch at the back of the fireplace is unlocked.
Okay.
Go on down. I'll be right behind you.
Uh-huh. Ok. Est-ce que je fais bien d'accepter ça ou pas? Grosse question. Je peux embarquer ça. Allez, allons-y.
Beyond my sanctum, true intellect flourishes best in the dark, don't you think?
Moi, c'est le loot que je trouve le plus intéressant. Tu me pardonneras, hein, je fouille. Très bien. Oui. Donc.
My sanctum, my intellectual womb, my palace of the mind. Welcome, and make yourself comfortable. Pray tell me, what's the darkest, most delicious nugget of knowledge you've come across in your time?
With a mischievous twinkle in his eye, Cranley glances from you to some nearby skill books, rare ones. He raises an eyebrow. Impress him, and we might win a prize, it seems. Cranley Hubert's eyes bulge with amazement.
Oh my, yes. And please, let's not be so formal. Down here, call me Gigi.
Pardon.
He gestures absently for you to select from the skill books as your reward. It seems that the poor fellow is quite taken aback by what you told him. Without another word, he wanders away from you, deep in thought.
Ah, ok, c'est ce genre de bouquin. Limace de feu, ouais, ça c'est marrant aussi.
The rat skitters around your ankles in excitement.
You, help me, mistress, please. These blue-cloaked beasts are keeping her locked in a cage underground. Please hurry, she'll be grateful. Go below, see for yourself. She's a kind and wise mistress, but she needs help. They're holding mistress in the prison downstairs, asking her questions. She's locked in a cage of metal bars, but of magic as well. Mistress is the most generous of mistresses. She'll give you anything she has if you help her, but please, hurry!
Les gars en bleu? Bonjour.
Damn you! Stop bleeding!
The paladin presses a wad of fresh bandages upon a steadily bleeding leg wound. For a moment, it seems to work, but then the bleeding suddenly gets worse.
Damn it!
De toute façon, ça sert à rien, elle en a déjà
The
pris.
paladin grits her teeth and readjusts her grip on the wound.
I'll be a miss from this world soon if this bleeding wasn't slow. One of the magisters didn't know when he was beaten. Drove a spear into my knee. He should have aimed higher, though. I didn't give him a chance to land a second blow. My thanks. This is just what I need.
The potion takes effect, but then your ear catches the faintest sound of angry whispers, and the bleeding suddenly intensifies. The paladin clamps her hand over the wound in an effort to stem the flow of blood.
What's going on? It looks like it's nearly stopped. Then it just starts again.
Elle est maudite, d'accord. Alors attends, du coup, est-ce que... sauvegarde. Une bénédiction peut peut-être sauver la malédiction. marche.
The bleeding stopped. Thank you. Wait, no, it's starting again.
Mais...
The paladin is still trying to stem the flow of blood.
Putain, merde. Ah, c'est... D'accord. Alors, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ouais, j'arrive derrière. Ouais.
I really am sick of your prattle.
In Lucian's holy name.
You approach, but the paladin's icy blue eyes never move from his prisoner.
You are interrupting a paladin court, stranger.
Oh, cette barbe blanc,
You couldn't cook
jaune.
this at court until the end of days, Kim. It's still a disgrace.
The prisoner will be silent. We are beyond accusations. This once paladin is guilty of refusing orders and protecting supporters of the Black Ring.
They were boys. Local boys that signed up for steady pay and a slick uniform. A couple of white traitors doesn't mean every Magister is in league with the Ring.
At best, you are a coward. At worst, you are a traitor. In either case, the sentence is death.
His icy eyes focus on you for the first time, pinning you with a freezing look.
Step aside, stranger. I see. You have my thanks for that. You did us a great service. Now, if you would do me one service more, stand aside.
Six!
The traitor is sentenced to die. Your words cannot change that. It is time, Paladin.
Kem, please. Kill me if your damned honor demands it, just not here. Not in front of Marie. Take me to the dungeon.
Justice must be seen. It cannot take place in the shadows. Make your peace, Paladin.
Please, don't do this. Not in front of her.
May her sin be forgiven and her name forgotten. This we pray in Lucian's name. Now, back to your duties. There is much to do.
Her wife can drag her away when Kem says so, and not before.
Je suis désolé, il n'a pas voulu m'écouter.
You let them kill her. You... Oh, sweet Lucian.
Bah, j'ai essayé en fait, hein. Vous voulez que je lui fasse, je lui foute sur la gueule.
This is such a waste of time.
Bon, Linderkem.
I should never have allowed Alexander. It was you who sent us the war owl. Without you, the Black Ring-loving Magisters would still be in charge. I suppose you've earned the right to involve yourself in Paladin business. Just this once.
Ouais, ouais.
All this is thanks to you, you know. If we
Ah non,
hadn't
c'est eux les
found
blancs.
out what the
D'accord.
Whites were doing in the Black Pits, we wouldn't have known that they had to be stopped. I am in your debt. The Lord Dread lies in the harbor, but the hammer isn't aboard. Nor is she among the piles of Magister bodies. Should you hear anything, you are of course welcome to bring it to me. But rest assured, your help is not needed. My paladins will find her, and she will face divine justice. No. The paladins will root out this evil. It is our burden. But do not fear, we will find her. And I promise you, if she is involved in this Black Ring conspiracy, she will suffer justice.
The old warrior steeples his hands and stares at you as you speak. When you're done, he sits back, silent for a moment.
I knew she was mad. But this, I never imagined. Very well. We know that Dallas and the Whites conducted their heresy from these barracks. If they were all working for the Black Ring, and I believe they were, there must be some sign of it in this building, perhaps even a safe house. We don't have much yet, but we will tear down every brick until we find their wretched hiding hole, and then we'll haul Dallas into the light. Not much, at least not yet. Perhaps you'd have better luck given your credentials.
Ah, quand même un peu de reconnaissance.
The White Magisters were in these barracks when the fighting began, an entire cabal of them. If we find them, we will find Dallas, I have no doubt. They ran like rats from a burning shed, so they must have left some clue, some trail. Find it, follow it, and bring me the location of their den. I know a lot more after your tale. Using the Aetheran to steal the source from the world? She's lost her mind.
Ça, c'est pas une nouveauté.
Although much as I despise the creature, I have never known her to be a coward.
Ah non, 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 non. Mais c'est une salope quand même.
She fought well in battles against the Black Ring. Wherever she's hiding, she will not go quietly. I pray it helps. Voidwoken at one gate and the Black Ring at the other. We need to stop this madness.
Je suis complètement d'accord.
She disobeyed orders. She paid the price. I won't shed tears for some traitor. The Whites have betrayed the memory of Lucian in the most heinous manner. We've had our suspicions, but you provided us with proof. Collusion with the Black Ring. So we acted to put a stop to their treason. The Order must persist. The Order must endure. The Magisters can no longer have power. Enjoy the city, won't you? Arx is wonderful at this time of year.
Alors, gros joker quand même. Parce que j'ai l'impression qu'il va y avoir de la merde.
She spits at you.
Crache dessus. Ah, oui,
the look in her eye.
Piss off, paladin scum. I'm telling you nothing. My brother Delarus will hear about this, and then there'll be trouble. Delarus looks after his own. You met my brother? Really? All right, we have a deal. You first. I'm impressed. He's out there making a life for himself. That's good to hear. So, the Whites have a vault hidden below the barracks. I suspect the entrance is to be found in a storeroom in the basement. There was always a White hanging around. You'll find it easy enough. The Whites are in their hidden vault, and that's all I know. Now please, leave me the hells alone.
Pas de soucis. Oh le salope.
Not according to this. Besides, they weren't. Who are you? Did Lord Kem send you about the missing prisoners? That is the ever-elusive mystery. These weren't escape artists. They were thieves and drunkards, imbeciles and liars, heretics and fools. The crudest of the crude, turned from slugs to smith. Hardly. The jailer's records are clear.
564 hommes et femmes ont été incarcérés. Ouais, mais il n'y en a plus aucun, à part deux pélos. Enfin, plus qu'un seul, il y en a un qui est mort.
But I know some of those names, and they are nowhere to be found. The cells are empty. Where are the prisoners?
We don't know.
Find out.
Toute la merde est bon. Alzette et Sauer. Alzette.
This way's off limits.
D'accord.
What do you suppose the magisters are doing with her?
Stay back, for your own good. Found the undead freak here already chained up by the magisters. They say she's a witch. I say...
Her voice freezes into a harsh whisper.
I say she's a demon. Creatures like this Windigo, they mask themselves, spread their black magic to children with their songs and stories. Makes me sick. Our little ones, tools of demons. You know this trickster? Seems to me like you go in there and roil that demon up. You just move along and let the professionals handle this.
That undead witch. Heard her talking about some kind of covenant.
Stay back. It's for your own good.
Her voice.
I say she's a demon. Damn right. Lucian spoke of creatures like this Windigo. They spread their black magic to our children with songs and stories. Makes me sick. Our little ones, tools of demons. You know this trickster? Seems to me like you go in there. Stay back, it's for your own good. No, you don't get it. There's no blade keen enough to help you in there. They've got an undead freak lock.
Her voice free.
I say she's a demon.
Juste pour éviter les conneries.
No, I can't let you in. Creatures like this Windigo, they mask themselves as one of us. Their words and songs are mesmerizing. Give her a minute and you won't know what's real from what isn't. Sorry, but I've got my orders. Got enough trouble, Rob.
Oh, putain.
What do you suppose the magisters are doing with her?
A creature that powerful? Grooming her, probably. Send her after the young to spread Dallas's lies.
Maybe.
Get out of here. We got things under... Stay back. It's for your own good. No, you don't get it. There's no blade.
Her voice freezes into a harp.
I say she's a demon. No, I can't let you in. Creatures like this Windigo, they mask themselves as one... Sorry, but I've got...
Voilà. Encore une fois, bloqué pour une connerie.
Get out of here. We got things...
You're not going any further, buddy.
Not according to this. Besides, they weren't...
That undead witch. Heard her talking about some kind of covenant.
That's the demon's way. They give out promises like sweets, luring the weak. Don't listen to what she says. Her evil will slither into your brain through your ears. So they do.
Oh putain, ils sont tous cons, c'est violent. Bonjour.
What's this? Who are you? Give me room! I feel a breakthrough approaching.
Let me soothe you.
She cradles her head in her hands, then pivots towards the prisoner. Her mouth opens, yet nothing spills forth. No sermon, no screed, no threat. She turns back to you and grimaces.
Too late! The spark's been snuffed. I trust you come bearing gold or godhood for me, to have interrupted such a sensitive interrogation. The Magisters conquired the songs of Source using their collars and cages. I would normally call it a cruelty. But this Windigo thing, she must be contained. We found her here, already imprisoned, cursing the Magisters with hexes vulgar enough to turn even a dwarf's cheeks red. The evil is strong in her. Her words are soaked in it. They squirm into your mind, planting warm memories you've never had, mesmerizing you with candy-sweet sights and scents.
Visions of Windigo's attack on the vessel sailing to Fort Joy fill your head. You look to the cell, and your memories contort and coil.
Enfin, je suis certain que je lui aurais pourri la gueule.
Windigo cradles you in her arms, stroking your head as the waves crash around you. I'm sorry, Buttercup. I was bewitched by his promise. Forgive me.
On peut l'atomiser.
You shake your head and the vision is gone. Your eyes rest not on the prisoner, but on the paladin. The paladin sighs, in, then out. Her jaw relaxes, her hands unclench.
The sorcerer! You penetrate my thoughts as she does, yet you leave behind clarity. I understand now. You are as dangerous to her as she to us. I will give you the space you need, then. May Lucian be your guide. Things are under control, for now.
Ok. Donc c'est elle la maîtresse dont parlent les autres sacs à merde. Et surtout dont parle Laura.
You step up to the cell to look at the skeleton you know to be Windigo. The barrier mutes her source, but it isn't her source you fear, but something more, a shadow. She says nothing, but you still hear her words.
An unexpected pleasure. For both of us, I'm sure.
She looks to the nearby device, and an urge engulfs you. An urge to power down the device to release Windigo from her cell. Her mouth remains closed, yet her voice settles in your mind like a damp fog.
There are others, his chosen, yet I am no longer among them.
Oui, et donc?
They seek what you seek. The hammer. I am ready to share what I know.
Commence par tout me dire et après je te
The
libère
God
si ça te
King
plaît.
rejoices as long as I am chained. Free me, and we might hobble him.
The voice is gone. Windigo is still.
No more lies, Godwoken. No more treachery, no more death, no more betrayal.
Oui, je suis pas sûr.
You can be free of me, and I can be free of him. Dropping the barrier requires a sacrifice. It won't be for naught. I can no longer abide. Free me, and you too will know them.
You step up to the cell to look at window.
The paladins are gone. Now finish what's been started. Release me. Dropping the barrier requires a sacrifice. It won't be for naught. There are others. They seek what you, the God King, rejoices.
Ok. Je vais voir les autres trucs en fait.
You step up to the cell to look at...
The paladins. Dropping the barrier requires a sacrifice. There are others. They seek the God King.
You reach your hand towards the device, and your inner source is stifled, as if you'd never rid yourself of that cursed collar. You close your eyes and focus. You feel the source in you pulse, first faintly, then with the strength of a leather-skinned drum. Something within the device grates and groans, yet the cell's shield holds. The machine sputters and sputters. You close your eyes, and the device crackles and pops.
Come to me, sweets. The God King no longer grants me his favor. Mask ripped from me and flesh flayed to bone, because the God-woken still walks Rivellon. Now he's chosen another. I should hate you for what you've done to me. Hate you for the hell I've lived.
Oui, alors je tiens quand même à rappeler que c'est elle qui a foutu le bordel sur le bateau, qui a fait que du coup je suis devenu un Adaïde. Donc bon, tu peux t'en prendre qu'à toi-même.
I hate him so much more. He loved me when I was useful. He cast me out when you failed to die. Go to the new chosen. See that he suffers. See that the God King suffers. In your name and in mine. The Covenant. It sounded so beautiful. Eternity right there at my fingertips. Yet it's all a lie. There is no grand reward, no enduring prosperity. Just slavery within the void. The ruler... I was so naive. The God King told me I was special. He came close, and then closer still. Hearing him, feeling him. It was like crashing over a cliff and having him catch me over and over. I failed him. You just wouldn't die. Of all his punishments, the harshest was the emptiness, the lack of him. I thought if I could just regain his affection, I might taste it again. Lindercam. The God King's current beloved. No more skin in his real bones than on a peeled jackfruit. And it is not only his ear the God King whispers into. The dwarf called Isbel. She bends to the King's every whim.
Okay.
If you want to get to the God King, you go through Lindercam. You topple his Tower of Lies. No, the God King's special boy. It wasn't difficult to figure out, I assure you. I came seeking Dallas. Kem wants her, too, as anyone could tell you. I crashed one of Lady Kem's little tea parties, did a little snooping. The void's vapor there was plain as night to me. You'd suppose we should work as one, but no. The God King loves to play his game of favourites. Kem was promised a place at the table, and he's doing what he must to secure it. Alone. Oh, honey. The God-woken rests in a bed made only of lies. Still, the signs are there. A once-loving husband now estranged from his confused wife. A disciple of Lucian now eagerly stoking the fires of mutiny and discord within the Order. If you want to truly see, you must look past the facade. You'll find it rather flimsy, I think. Yes, her. Goodness, how could I not? Her work on Black Peak Isle is legendary, or so she tells it at least. The king has an eye for the arrogant. They make such valuable stewards as they clamour for his favour, as I well know. I can't say for certain, but I bet you could simply sniff her out. She's got quite a nose for the fetid. Find the foulest pile of shit you can, and she'll be wallowing in the middle. The God King. He said if I could find Dallas, eliminate her, I could take my place by his side again. But Kem, he doesn't like competition. All it took was a few whispers. They spread to the Magisters quickly. The Magisters, they've got ways of silencing source. They knew exactly what to do. The Paladins, well, when they found me, they'd no idea what to make of me. I go to Kem, or his estate, rather. He's got a sworn breaker size. It'll free me from the Covenant. I'd be mortal, yes, but no longer a slave.
This creature, this monster, would have seen us drowned at sea. Kill her.
If the God King has truly abandoned her, then this is our chance to slay her once and for all.
Je veux voir si elle me donne vraiment quelque chose ou si c'est juste...
If she was truly with the God King and turned against him, she could prove a valuable ally.
Neither of us are inclined to mercy. Let's make the most of this moment, shall we? Before you go, I have something for you. Something I learned. A touch of void, if you will.
Windigo pauses. She doesn't speak the next words.
Goodbye, Godwoken.
Pour moi, elle mérite absolument pas de vivre.
Windigo has done nothing before to earn my trust. This changes nothing.
And so it is. I will break the contract, God woken. If not with your help, then in spite of it.
Allez, on va lui pourrir la gueule. Oh, déjà tu vas nous prendre un coup de fouet, première chose. Oh putain. D'accord. Transport par les ombres. Est-ce qu'il résiste à l'empoisonnement? Non. Et au pieu? Je ne crois pas. Alors, Fan, tu vas lui tirer une lunette. C'est cadeau. Voilà. Et ça. Parfait. Ifan, tu vas me faire un tir sauté. Oh, ok. Et tir normal. Allez, bisous. Parfait. Ça cause.
The list in the records is a long one. It bears many familiar names. People you met, people you fought, people who were kind to you. Most, it seems, you will never see again.
These people deserve better than being stuck in Fort Joy in the name of the Divine.
Tout à fait.
I can't bear it. There are good people on this list. People who didn't deserve any of this.
I mean, some of them might have made it, right? Maybe if we put an end to all this, we might meet them again.
Espérons. Allez, on quitte le jeu. Du coup, je vous souhaite une très bonne nuit à tous, un très bon week-end, très bonne fête de Pâques aussi, et je vous donne rendez-vous... Alors, pas mercredi, mais samedi prochain. La bonne nuit à tous, que le rhum soit avec vous. Et bonne semaine, du coup.